Yo, yo, yo. Sorry, I left the clip running. That was by accident. Manga Cat, Zoe, Sazzle. How's it going? I don't think my April Fool's joke was well received by a lot of people. My bad. I thought it was funny. Until everyone started saying horrible things. But it's all good. How's everyone's evening? Today is Wednesday, my dudes. No scream. Which means I'm just going to wrap up my reading log, update the spreadsheet, which I don't think is going to take too long. And then we're all good until next week, Monday. And hopefully we'll have a proper stream. But we'll see. Alright, I'm just getting everything sorted. And then I'm going to show off the manga that I have read this month. Alright. Okay, so is this working? It is working. So this week, I started off reading something that I picked up a couple weeks ago. Overlord. I read volumes 1 and 2. Probably not enough in terms of like story. Dude gets isekai'd. Well, not really isekai'd. He kind of logs onto his game and then he just can't log out. Kind of like a Sword Art Online kind of thing. Dude's super overpowered, much like Kirito. And what I thought was he got transported into his video game universe. He actually only has his hub world that is that he transfers into, and then the land that he, like, the castle that he lives in gets transported to is a completely different world. So he has no idea of any of the inhabitants or people that live in it, or even how it functions. So he kind of like wants to make a name for himself so he can find out if there's any other people that also got left in the video game. And yeah, it's just basically watching him learning about the world. It's kind of like a small world builder. I think I watched up to like the season 3, so probably like, I don't know, maybe volume 11 or 12. But it was really good. It was super quick to read. I regret not buying a lot more. I only got the first 2 volumes. And yeah, it's so in depth. I may even try and pick up the light novel as well. So I did say I was going to read some light novels this year. But this is great if you like enjoy if you enjoy any like action adventure RPGs, video games in general, because he like has power systems and that kind of thing. And yeah, there's like no technology, so it's like set in like medieval times, I would say. How long is the manga? I have no idea. Probably like 18 volumes, I think I've seen. I'm sure I've seen volume 18. There's like 9 volumes of the light novels, I think. I'm sure Ben has 9. I'm sure when I went round there last year, he had like 9. But it's really good. The characters are really, really interesting. The main dude, Irons, he's like a big skeleton, and he is like in charge of the Duffus castle that they live in. And all his subordinates are like super regimented. They just love him. They respect him. And they'll just do anything at the drop of a coin. And they just, I don't know. I can't really explain how this makes me feel. I can't put it into words. I just feel so happy when reading it. I think maybe just because I like world builders, which is why I like One Piece. And yeah, it's kind of exciting to see him explore the world as well. And then I read, again, no spoilers for any of these. I read volume 9. What? Volume 9? Volume 4. Why is it not focusing? There we go. Of My Happy Marriage. Now, I hadn't read volume 3 for quite some time. And I think this just kind of carries on the pace. It just gets more and more interesting. I'm just super invested in the 2 main leads. Mao is her name, not Mao, Mio. She's so broken in so many ways, like Cinderella, just abused and not well looked after. I do feel sorry for her, and I really appreciate the attention to detail to her character. She's grown quite a lot. She's got a lot more confidence. I love it. And the main dude, I can't remember his name now, he's definitely... One thing that like confuses me about when I read romance series is the lack of communication, and there is that in this, but I think because there's such a hierarchy, he's just not willing to outright say, "Are you okay? I'm concerned about you." It's more, you don't need to be putting yourself in a position that's going to affect your health. Look after yourself and feel comfortable in this environment that you're in. And he doesn't really say it with actual words how he feels, but as a reader you can definitely feel it. And again, the art, mentioned before, the art is just fantastic. I don't know, is this shoujo? Is this class as shoujo? I wouldn't know. But it makes me happy. It makes me smile. There's a couple of characters in this that kind of annoy me a little bit. But then I guess that's the same with every series, right? There's always that one character that just intervenes a little bit too much. Yeah, shoujo, cool. It's really good, and I love it. And it's a shame that I don't think Volume 4 is coming out for a very, very, very long time. I don't think. Drinking Eggy! Eggy, I didn't know you was on YouTube. But yeah. It's a shame that it's not going to be Volume 5. Volume 5 isn't going to be here for a while, which is a shame. I think we have the light novel now. I don't know how many volumes that is. But it's good. The anime's been well received, so I presume it will just, continue. Not the anime. Yes, the anime. It did have an anime, didn't it? Or am I thinking Apothecary Diaries? I don't keep up with the anime scene. I feel like it did have an anime, and it... No, I don't think it has. I'm lying. I'm thinking of Apothecary Diaries. But yeah, it was really... It was just a good volume. It just came off hiatus. Hopefully, the mangaka and art... Or I don't know if it was the mangaka or the artist that was unwell, or they just took a break. But hopefully they continue it, and it can get to Volume 5 pretty quickly. And then say that if it's shoujo, you're doing it once a month. There's like 5 volumes in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. The standard 6, so we're looking at probably 1, maybe 2 a year if we're lucky. My Happy Marriage did get an anime. Was that also this season? Was that last season? I'm seeing a lot of Apothecary Diaries like anime clips all over my feed on Instagram. But yeah, I generally didn't think I was going to enjoy it. I thought she was going to be a bit wishy-washy, but she's quickly become quite strong. And although she did depend on a lot of people and wasn't too sure what she was doing in life, she's quickly like built up some self-esteem, which is always good to hear. And yeah, the art's really good. Actually, there is one character that helps her how to helps her with what it means to be in a marriage and like to do things around the house, like cooking and cleaning, although she's pretty good at it already. She had a really sad backstory, but it was good. Yona-esque character growth. I've only read 3 volumes of Yona, so I can't really comment on that. But from what I hear about Yona, yes, there's a lot of character growth, although this is a lot slower. I can imagine maybe in the next couple of volumes we're going to see a lot more from her. Just a lot more confidence, I would say. Ikozu, dude, you made it. I looked up in your stories on Instagram. You've been out gallivanting, enjoying yourself in the sun with friends. That's good to hear. I'm happy for you, dude. Enjoying life, not spending time, like wasting away. It's always good to touch grass sometimes. I've already started reading Yona. I've only read the first 3 volumes just because I wanted to read it, but then when did I start reading it? I think it was November time. I said I was going to start reading it, and then I just flipped and said, you know what, I'm reading Dorohedoro instead. And then I read 2 volumes of Helk. Actually, let me flip it this way. Helk has this cool front cover art going on, similar to what like One Piece 99, 100, and 101, I think it is. Yeah, 99, 100, 101, they have like a continuous image, and One Punch Man as well. I think it was like 22, 23, 24 do the same thing. Helk does it for every single volume. So from volume 1 all the way to volume 15, the art just continues, which is a bit strange because how are you supposed to see that on the shelf? I would have preferred it if they just did it on the spines, but when you line the spines up, they don't like, you can see they don't connect or anything. So I'm looking forward to this finishing purely for the fact that I want to see the end picture. Yeah, it looks really good. Shame is that volume 4, well, my volume 4 is a little bit lower than the rest of them. Volumes 1, 2, and 3 connect perfectly, and then volume 4 is a little bit lower, and then my volume 5 is a little bit higher. So it's a little bit kind of sucky. Bacon wants to know if I use shampoo or just body wash. I use shampoo and conditioner for my beard. And then body washes for the rest of the body, you know? But yeah, this, I read the first 3 volumes last year. And I remember being very underwhelmed because I had been recommended this by 2 people, said it was fantastic, and when I got to reading it, I was expecting like an action adventure, and I guess it is. It's very slow. It kind of reminds me of the world of Dragon Ball, where there's like creatures that have like, you can see here, there's like pigs with heads, they talk. There's like a pig lady princess. There's like chickens that get up and walk around, they're super fluffy and stuff, and it's also got the seriousness of like a generic action shonen. It's hard if I could recommend it though. Without giving away too much, the story is like demons and humans live in the world, and for some reason the humans are trying to infiltrate the demons for whatever reason. And Helk, who's a human, is, I wouldn't say he's on the demon side, but he participates in a tournament that is run by the demons, because he wants to win it and become like the new demon king. I don't think he actually wants to be the demon king, but he just wants to win the tournament. And his reason for entering is apparent in like volume 4 and volume 5, which I'm currently reading now. And it's kind of like his relationship as a human with the demons. It's kind of similar to Go-Go Loser Rangers, or One Piece, where you think the bad guys are the bad guys, but really they're kind of the good guys. So we're following the demon lord, the demons, should I call them, and their defense against the humans. And you'd think that from the other perspective, that the humans are doing the right thing, when really it seems like they're not. But it's pretty wordy. There's not a lot of action. There's more verbal talking about the environments and the characters and the fights. I'm not too sure if I could recommend it just to any old shonen fan. What I will say though is that it is pretty funny at times, and the volume I'm reading now is pretty in depth in terms of story. But so far, it's been mostly comedy with a little bit of action and fighting, but not much. I feel like I'm not selling it very well. What I will say though is that the art is pretty good. But yeah, I think if you enjoy Dragon Ball and you're willing to read like 3 times the amount, I would say pick up Helk. The characters are really good. every character, no character is like left out. Every character seems to have like an important role. They all get backstories. They all like connect to each other. They all progress the story a little bit further, move the characters where they need to be. Or just read Dragon Ball. Yeah, or just read Dragon Ball, because that's, to be fair, a lot funnier. Imagine Dragon Ball, but more wordy. I don't know how you could do it, but they do it. Hulk was the new Berserk? No. I've not read Berserk, bar one chapter 1, and a few memes and clips that I've seen online. This is nowhere near Berserk. However, I am getting to a point now where I think it's probably going to get more... If you're invested in the characters like I am already, I think you'll feel Hulk's desire for his goal a lot more. Obviously, as a human, you're going to be shunned by the demons, but you turn up in their tournament, for some reason they let you in as a contestant, but they're going to hate you. They learn to love him at some point, or learn to put up with him, should I say. But yeah, with regards to it being like Berserk, I don't know. I'd have to double check. Probably after like volume 6 or 7. I think I've got 6 or 7 or 8 maybe. Maybe by then I would know, because I think it's only 15 volumes. But that is it. So now it is update time for my spreadsheet. So today, what are we at? We're not in April. We're still in March last week, and I read 5 more volumes. I think these numbers are slightly out because I'm missing 2 weeks here. And I'm just going to put 20 for now. But I think I'm going to have to come back and update this. So volume 4 for Hulk. Then I read Overlord 1 to 2. And then My Happy... Is it My Happy Marriage? My Marriage Happy? Happy... Yeah. Marriage. Volume 4. I'm sure I've read more. I'll have to go back through my videos to see. I can't believe I only read 20 in March. I was ill, and also I did take like a week off because of that. And then Zoe was ill as well, so I didn't read that much. Did a quick Photoshop of all 12 Japanese volumes. There's only 12? Is there 12? Oh, for some reason I thought it was 15. Yeah, so far I've put like the first 4 images together and they look great. 5 images together, they look great. It looks really cool. One thing though, it does not really spoil, but it includes characters that haven't been introduced until you read the volume. Not that it really matters, because like the characters are just like side characters a lot of the time. But still, I am looking forward to it. Yeah, I read hardly anything last month compared to January, February, March. But already I'm in April. What was it? The 3rd day, and I've read 7 books already. And I've still got the rest of the evening to hopefully read another. Right, that should not be there. Right, let me update this. Also, we sold a couple of things. Sorry, what did we sell? We sold... What have we sold? We sold something a little while ago. Shortcake cake. We sold that, so that can go. Like a butterfly, that was it. Shortcake cake, so that can go. Delete. And like a butterfly. Oh, and last game. So la 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 la. Last game. And like a butterfly. So that's reduced numbers by like maybe 20. So hopefully that will increase my read percentage. Now where is Hulk? Hulk. Plus a few randoms. We can get rid of those at a later date. G-H-I-J-K. Hulk. There you are. 8. So I've read 4 volumes of that. Oh man, I put 3? Oh well. I must have reread I'm sure I didn't read 3 before. Oh well. 4, and then My Happy Marriage. My. Oh, I've already put that. I read 4. That's not good. And Overlord, I've just read the first 2 volumes. Overlord, there we are. 2 volumes. So before, my read percentage was like 28%. It's probably not gone up much. Still 28%. I need to read more. It won't help your percentage. No, your percentage will go down because although the number of volumes have... it should probably stay the same. Although the number of volumes have reduced, you've read everything that you've sold, so I think that's okay. Oh, I've got an itchy leg. You barely read anything from February and March. Sometimes you get those kind of months, don't you? Where you don't really read anything, and then you get months or even just weeks where you just read a ton. I think I'm going to go through the spreadsheet at a later date and figure out where these 2 empty spaces can be filled in. 28%. I don't think I'm going to hit 50%, but I'm going to do my damnedest. Unless we buy more and then also at the same time sell the same amount, and then I can just read like 600 volumes between now and the end of the year. You got up today with Undead Unluck? That's sick. I think April, May. I think I'll also probably do the same. I've just purchased volumes 14. How are you finding it? You enjoying it? I know a lot of people. I spoke to Chris Captures a couple weeks ago, and he said he wasn't too sure on volume 1. They had that weird sexual scene, or a few sexual scenes, should I say? Bit iffy, and they didn't really have like a goal. So I know a lot of people have like dropped it, but the anime's coming out soon, so hopefully people will watch the anime and maybe they'll pick it up as well. Me myself, I know I'm definitely past reading volume 14. Geeky! How's your evening? Thanks for dropping in. Right. Unfortunately, you've come towards the end. It is the end of the stream. The streams don't last too long on a Wednesday. It's just here to update my reading log, catching with you guys, and see what you've been reading. But it is the end. We'll be back on Monday. I don't know if we're going to do the manga buying stream. I think I might postpone that for like a week or 2. And then after that, I think we've got a few things lined up. The anime is what sold you on it? No way. I think we've only got the trailer, right? It's not actually officially out, is it? Undead Unluck anime. When does it come out? Anime's coming out in October. It's going to be 24 episodes as well. That's crazy. No, wait. It's already been out? No way. I thought it was October 2024. Oh, it's already out. I didn't know that. All 20 are out? Oh, I didn't know that. My bad. I remember the trailer, and obviously I'm not in the anime scene. I don't watch it that much anymore. I didn't know it was out already. Damn. Well, I'm glad you got caught up, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. You must have enjoyed it to get caught up anyway. Yeah, I'll probably be reading it sometime in the next couple of months. Probably May time, middle of May. Although I would like to read Golden Kamuy again. Right, guys, that is pretty much it for the stream. Hope you enjoyed. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. If you can read for the rest of the week, that'd be great. If not, then just look after yourselves and take it easy. You're not here next week? Of course not, because you're going to be in Nippon. That's where Sarah is right now, which is why she's not here. She'll be back in 3 weeks. You'll be back in what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks as well? Man, everyone's going to Japan. Was it well animated? I remember the trailer. The trailer showed off some really interesting animation. Is it David Productions, is it? Yeah, David Productions did the anime. David Productions also did Fire Force, right? Oh, they did Bento. I loved Bento. Yeah, they did Fire Force, which I think was their first, like, big production. Well, then saying that, they also did JoJo's. Today I learned. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your evening, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Manga Cat, I'll see you in a couple of weeks.